Hi, and welcome to the Ventura County Dementia Friendly at Work training. I'm Monica Schrader, the Ventura County Regional Director for the Alzheimer's Association, California Central Coast Chapter. This dementia-friendly training and the dementia-friendly movement is a collaborative effort between the Ventura County Area Agency on Aging, the Alzheimer's Association, and many partners throughout the county. With the growing number of seniors in our county and those affected by Alzheimer's disease and other diseases that cause dementia, make it imperative for us to have a training to train businesses to be friendly to those that are affected by dementia. Thank you very much for your interest in the dementia-friendly movement. We appreciate you taking this training and all that you will do moving forward to make Ventura County dementia-friendly. Let's get started. Learning objectives today include understanding dementia, learning the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's disease, and tips in creating a dementia-friendly environment. Let's take a look at the definition of dementia. Dementia is not a specific disease. It's an overall term that describes a wide range of symptoms associated with the decline in memory and other thinking skills severe enough to reduce a person's ability to perform daily activities. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia and accounts for 60 to 80% of cases. Other types of dementia include dementia with Lewy body, frontotemporal, vascular dementia, Parkinson's, late-stage AIDS. Many diseases cause dementia. Knowing the facts about Alzheimer's disease. 1 in 9 people age 65 and over have Alzheimer's disease. If you are lucky enough to live until your mid-80s, 1 in 3 will be affected. In our country, 5.7 million people have Alzheimer's disease or another disease that causes dementia. Knowing the 10 warning signs is important. While our role is not to diagnose someone with dementia, it is to help them navigate more easily in our place of business. In some cases, though, we may need to encourage them to see their healthcare provider. The first warning sign of Alzheimer's is the loss of memory that disrupts daily life. With normal aging, sometimes we forget names and appointments, but we'll remember them later. With Alzheimer's, especially in the early stages, forgetting recently learned information is common. Other signs include forgetting important dates or events, asking the same question over and over, and increasingly needing to rely on someone for things they used to handle on their own. For instance, in the workplace, you may find a customer will walk out of the store without paying for items. They may ask for a prescription to be refilled for the 3rd day in a row. The second sign is challenges in planning and solving problems. With normal aging, we make occasional errors in the checkbook, or we may forget to pay an important bill because we were traveling. But with Alzheimer's disease, individuals experience changes in their ability to develop and follow a plan, or work with numbers. They may have trouble following a recipe or keeping track of monthly bills. They may have difficulty concentrating, and they will take much longer to do normal tasks than they did before. The third sign is difficulty completing familiar tasks at home, at work, or at leisure. In normal aging, we need occasional help with the new TV remote or a new microwave. But with Alzheimer's disease, they often find it hard to complete daily familiar tasks. They have trouble driving to a familiar location, managing a budget, and remembering the rules to a favorite game. In your place of business, you may find they have a difficult time with a new cashier or a new way of paying for their bills. The fourth sign is confusion with time or place. With normal aging, we can become confused about the day of the week. When you're retired, all of the days may run together, but you will recall later. With Alzheimer's disease, a person can lose track of dates, seasons, and the passage of time. They may have trouble understanding when something is not happening right now. At times, they may forget where they are and how they got there. In a place of business, you may find someone will come in confused. They may not know why they're there or how they got there. Someone may show up for a dental appointment, for instance, on the wrong day and time. The fifth sign is having trouble understanding visual and spatial relations. With normal aging, we have vision changes, such as having cataracts or needing glasses. But with Alzheimer's disease, people have vision changes that affect their ability to read, to judge distances, determine color or contrast, and this poses a problem with driving and increases chances of falling. In your place of business, steps or rugs can become problematic. If you have signage that has lights, they may not be able to understand the contrasting colors and therefore read the sign. The sixth sign is new problems with words in speaking and writing. With normal aging, sometimes we just can't find the right word or remember the individual we passed on the street. Oftentimes, you'll remember that individual later. With Alzheimer's disease, we have trouble following and joining a conversation. People may stop mid-sentence in a conversation and not know how to continue. They may repeat themselves again and again. They may struggle with vocabulary and have problems finding the right word or call things by the wrong name. For instance, calling a watch a hand clock. In your place of business, you may find that a once very independent individual will have difficulty understanding documents and ask you to read them. They may not be able to read the labels or the signage in your store. They may ask for that stuff over there and not be able to accurately identify what they're looking for. The seventh sign is misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. In normal aging, we misplace things from time to time, but we are able to retrace our steps to find them. With Alzheimer's disease, misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps is common. A person with Alzheimer's disease may put things in unusual places. They may lose something and not be able to go back over their steps to find it. Sometimes they may accuse others of stealing. This may occur more frequently over time. In your business, you may see a customer put down their purse or their wallet, and they will not be able to retrace their steps to find it. They may therefore accuse others of stealing, or someone may leave an office and leave all of their important paperwork behind. The eighth sign is decreased and poor judgment. With normal aging, we all make bad decisions once in a while. People with Alzheimer's may experience changes in judgment and decision-making. For example, they may use poor judgment when dealing with money, such as giving large amounts to telemarketers. They may pay less attention to personal grooming. In your place of business, you may notice someone withdrawing large amounts of cash several times day after day, which is out of their character. Or they may give large amounts of money to a charity. And while the charity does good work, they needed that money for their mortgage. The ninth sign is withdraw from work or social activities. With normal aging, sometimes we may feel worry of work and social obligations. We've lived long enough to want to do what we want to do when we want to do it. A person with Alzheimer's may start to withdraw from hobbies, social activities, work projects, or sports. They may have trouble keeping up with a favorite sports team or remembering how to complete a favorite hobby. They may also avoid being social because of the changes they are experiencing. In your place of business, you may find that a local customer who used to come every Thursday is no longer coming. The 10th sign is changes in mood and personality. With normal aging, we may become irritable when our routine is disrupted. With Alzheimer's, mood and personality can often change. They become confused, suspicious, depressed, fearful, or anxious. They may easily become upset at home, work, with friends, or in any place that is outside their comfort zone. In your business, you know your customers. You may see someone who is generally quite joyful become very snappy. What examples of the warning signs have you seen in your workplace? Have there been customers exhibiting some of this behavior? And what might you do about it if you see those things in the future? How might you assist them? Let's talk now about how we can effectively communicate with someone with dementia. Know how to communicate. Communication is about what we say and how we say it. The tone of voice we use and our body language become more important as a person with dementia loses the ability to understand spoken language. Use a calm voice and try not to speak loudly. Make sure you are talking to the person in a quiet environment so that they can focus on you and hear you easily. Smiling and gentle humor may also help the person feel more comfortable. Consider your body language. How are you standing? How are you using your arms and your hands? Does your posture convey that you want to help them or that you're frustrated? Here are some tips to help you communicate and interact with someone showing the signs of dementia. Approach the person from the front. The person with dementia may have loss of peripheral vision. Oftentimes they have tunnel or binocular vision. Approaching them from the front may reduce fear or prevent them from being startled. Speak clearly and be patient. Speak clearly, calmly, and allow the person time to understand information. It may take a little longer for information to process for someone with dementia. They may hear the information, but have trouble interpreting what they hear. Try using different words if the person is not responding. Use simple, short sentences and avoid direct questions. Keep choices to a minimum and don't raise your voice. When possible, use a quiet, non-distracting space to talk. Listen closely. Listening carefully to what the person has to say. Give plenty of encouragement as you look for clues about what they may be trying to communicate. The person may seem confused and say something that doesn't make sense to you. If the person finds it difficult to come up with a word, suggest one. But be careful not to interpret or finish their sentence. Don't rush. Try to go at their pace and work through the situation as best you can. Smile warmly and make eye contact. Someone with dementia may find it difficult to understand what is being said, but they may quickly interpret the look on your face, your tone of voice, and your body language. Use a friendly tone and give body cues that respect their personal space. Respond to a look of distress. At times, people with dementia may have forgotten where they live. If someone looks lost and distressed, offer to help by asking if their address is on something in their pocket. When necessary, call local police for help. Watch for signs of change and offer help accordingly. Every day can be different. For some people with dementia, each day can bring a change in what they can do. How you help someone may differ each time you interact with them. Based on what you have learned today, have any of your customers exhibited these behaviors? Do you have ideas on how you might communicate with them? These easy steps can help you help your customers and support those living in your community. Remember, your role is not to diagnose someone with dementia, but rather to help them navigate your place of business. As we discussed earlier, there are certain occurrences you might expect to see in a retail setting. Someone may forget to pay. They may not be able to find items that they used to purchase. They may have a difficult time making decisions on what to buy. They may have a hard time handling money and giving correct payment or getting change. What other situations have you experienced in your place of business that's specific to where you work? How might your team, as a staff or colleagues, address those situations moving forward? Creating a dementia-friendly physical space. There are little things you can do to the physical environment to make it safer and more welcoming to people living with dementia. You have the opportunity to make it easier for someone with dementia. Let's talk about some of the things you can do. Entrances. Entrances should be clearly visible and understood at the entrance. Make sure that glass doors are clearly marked. Signage. Signage for finding your way around should be clear. You should use bold type, and you should have contrasting colors between words and the background. Signs should be mounted to the doors or spaces that they refer to. Signs should be at eye level and well lit. Avoid using highly stylized or abstract images, icons, or font. Think about placing signs at the key decision points for someone who is trying to navigate your premises for the first time. Signs for getting to and from public restrooms are particularly important. Lighting. Lighting at entrances should be high-powered and include natural light when possible. Avoiding pools of bright light and deep shadows as they appear to be holes to someone with vision changes with dementia. Flooring should be plain, not shiny or slippery. Bold patterns on carpets, curtains, or wallpaper can cause perceptual problems for someone with dementia. Plain walls and flooring are recommended. Keep floors and finishes flush. Stepped surfaces can cause confusion, and pathways should be wide. Rugs can often cause a tripping hazard. A family unisex restroom or changing facility will allow someone to be assisted without causing embarrassment to them. Design a quiet area where someone who is feeling anxious or confused can rest. Seating areas in large spaces, especially areas where people are waiting, can help someone relax. Seating areas are important to all of us. Elderly people get tired, sometimes people are ill. Having a nice place to sit, 1 or 2 chairs, is important for serving customers. Consider the layout of your business. Areas should be clear of clutter and arranged to make it easy to move around. Thinking about this list and your physical space, what are some of the barriers someone with dementia might have? What are 2 ideas that you may have to improve the physical space to make it more dementia-friendly? Write them down. Discuss them with your colleagues and those that you work with. Talk to your supervisor about making the changes in your business to improve the physical environment. More businesses are beginning to respond to the impact of dementia on both customers and employees. Customer service and human resource strategists have begun to address the questions of how to meet the needs of customers with dementia and their care partners, as well as the needs of employees who are caring for someone with the disease. With 70% of people with dementia living at home, they and their family care partners will choose businesses that are easy to navigate and have helpful, aware staff. Dementia-friendly business is good business that will help retain existing customers and employees and attract new ones. Baby boomers are a valued, experienced segment of our workforce. They are the primary population caring for a spouse or parent with dementia, and they are the generation most likely to be affected by early onset disease and Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease costs U.S. businesses more than $34 billion in lost productivity due to absenteeism by the primary care partner, workday distractions, supervisor time, and reduction in hours. 15 million people are caring for someone with Alzheimer's, and 6.6 million of those people are still employed. Businesses that support their caregiving employees are not just benevolent, they're smart. Every $1 a company spends on elder care support reaps $3 to $14 in return. Today we learned about dementia and Alzheimer's disease. We have learned about ways to communicate and support those living with dementia in our business. There are other resources in your community. The Alzheimer's Association, California Central Coast Chapter, Ventura County Area Agency on Aging, long-term care services of Ventura County, and many, many more. To learn more about the resources that we have talked about today, visit these websites. By taking this training, you have taken a critical step in helping make Ventura County dementia-friendly. We appreciate your efforts and thank you for your time.